Welcome back to the channel. Today we're looking at FM26 Wonderkid strikers, so we'll get straight into it. And first up is Francesco Camarda, on loan at Lecce from AC Milan. At the start of the game, 17-year-old, the young Italian, looks really good already. 15 finishing, 13 for technique. He's got good determination, 15 off the ball for 13. Physicals look pretty good for a 17-year-old. He has a fairly strong left foot and he is very strong to his right foot, as you can see. If you click this wee icon, it shows you there. You can see the actual visual his right foot, don't know why. But he looks really good personality-wise. He has a resolute personality. The media describes him as a striker, media handling reserved, national reputation. He's valued between 7.4 and £22 million at the start of the game. He is on loan for season 1, so you'll not be able to get him. But in 10 years' time, this is how he looks. And in 2035, he looks absolutely amazing. 27-year-old now, he's a star player for Manchester City. 72 caps for Italy with 33 goals, valued between 61 and £183 million, on just over £500,000 a week. Just look at his attributes. Great dribbling of 15, finishing of 18, first touch 15, heading 16, technique 16, off the ball work 16, really well-rounded mentals, and physically he's an absolute beast. Great acceleration, great balance, agility, natural fitness, pace and stamina. He is amazing. In terms of traits, he has now got the traits of moves into channels, likes to beat the offside trap, and tries first-time shots. He looks absolutely phenomenal in this save. If we look at his career and go through this in detail, so after his loan in Lecce, he scored 8 goals that first season, and then he was a bit part player in Milan for a few years, but then he broke into that first team. 11 league goals, 15, 16, 17, getting the £133 million move to Man City, where he is absolutely doing the business. The last 2 seasons, let's see, overall 22 goals in his first season and 25 in the season just gone, so he is an absolute baller of a striker. Get your hands on him at the end of season 1 if you can. And next up at the start of the game is 18-year-old Ryan Francesco, playing for the Sao Paulo under-20s. The Brazilian national hasn't had any youth caps or anything at this point, but at the start of the game you can get him for between £2.5 and £7.4 million. Already looks fairly decent for his age, good finishing, good first touch, reasonable off the ball work at 14 as well, physically looks really good. Very strong left foot, reasonable with his right foot, so you could probably train that. Taking a look at his personality, he has a balanced personality and he has a natural reputation. He's described as a forward. Career-wise, obviously, so far, he's played 1 game at this point, but he looks absolutely brilliant. He's a breakthrough prospect at the moment at Sao Paulo, so for pretty cheap, you'll be able to pick him up. It does start the save, however, with a torn ACL, it looks like, so he's out for the first year, which may stunt his development, but pick him up at the end of that and you should have a baller in your hands. And now we're looking at Francesco, 10 years in the save, 28-year-old. He's still not been capped by Brazil, worth between 15 and £46 million, but he is playing in Saudi Arabia now for Al Faya, but he looks unbelievable. Finishing at 16, first touch 14, good heading ability, good off the ball work, decent physicals, not great. I do wonder if that year at the start of the game has really stunted his development. But if you take a look at his career, we can see Sao Paulo, he didn't really break through at all until 2028, obviously. First 2 seasons, he's probably not going to play. He's injured for the first season, and then the second season, he'll be getting back into the squad. Sao Paulo's last 2 seasons, so if we look, he scored 4 goals in his first full season. It's 14 his next season. That got him the £15 million move to Saudi, and then from there, 20 goals in the first season, 25, 23, 27, and 19 his most recent season. So, as you can see, if you are able to sign him and you can nurture him, he can be an absolutely lethal striker. I wouldn't be surprised if I continued this another 5 years on if he'd moved to Europe and potentially be one of the best strikers in Europe. And another one to keep an eye on is the 16-year-old Harry Gray, currently in the Leeds United youth setup, valued already between 18 and £53 million, so it might be a bit of a struggle to get him, but at 16 you can see he's already got all the tools that you need. He's got 15 for finishing, 14 for first touch, he's got decent technique of 11, he's got off the ball 13. Physically, he could do with some development, but that'll come. He's only 16 years old. As you can see, he is very strong with his left foot, fairly strong with his right foot, so pretty much both footed at this point. Personality-wise, he has a balanced personality. He's described as a striker, and he just looks like he can develop really well. We will go ahead as we have done for 10 seasons. Let's see how he develops. Can he break into the England team? That's the main question. Here we are in 2035, Harry Gray is now 26, still playing for Leeds United. He's been capped 9 times by England, scoring 4 goals, valued between 21 to £62 million. He has developed, maybe not quite as much as I would have thought, but he still looks really good. Dribbling at 16, finishing at 13, good first touch of 15, off the ball work 16. Physically, he has come on, and he does look really, really good. He's currently wanted, and he's wanted by Al Hilal, so he'll probably get that money move to the Saudi League. If you take a look at his career, he's pretty much been in the Championship, which will probably be why he's not developed quite so much. and he's not really been scoring. The first couple of seasons, obviously, he is still young, but he's got 3 starts this season, no starts in the 29-30 season. He's then starting to start a bit more games, 7 goals overall, 12 goals. Season in the Premier League, he gets 7 in all comps, 18 in the next season, and his final season again 18. So he is starting to develop, he is starting to score goals, and he's only 26 at this point, so I've got no doubt that if you sign him or if you are Leeds United and use him quite early on, he will develop into one of the best strikers in the game. And next up is the 20-year-old Argentine Santiago Castro, playing for Bologna over in Serie A, valued between 30 and 91 million pounds already at the start of the game, so it does look like he'll be a first team player straight away. But as you can see, finishing at 13, heading at 14, good technique of 14, determination of 18, work rate of 18, good off the ball of 15, and physically already fairly decent. In terms of footedness, he's very strong on his right foot, weak on his left foot. And in terms of traits he already starts with, he likes to try killer balls often, he likes to shoot with power, wind up opponents, play with his back to goal, and tries long range passes. So already looks like a really good striker. Personality wise, he's driven. He is described by the media as a Wonderkid, unlike the last few. And then if we just take a look at his career, has he really been playing before this? He has been. He's already played some first team football in Argentina, and then the most recent season in real life, he scored 8 goals in 36 appearances in Serie A, so he looks like he will be a really good player. Let's fast forward 10 years and see if that comes to fruition. And here we have Santiago Castro, 30 years old at this point. He's got 22 caps for Argentina with 10 goals. A good goals to games ratio for the national team, but not really getting as many games as you would expect. Currently at Arsenal, he's a regular starter, as we can see, valued between 79 and 236 million pounds. Attribute wise, still looks really good. He has developed quite well, finishing at 15, heading to 14, good passing 14, technique 15, determination 18, off the ball work 17, physically looks really good. In terms of his career overall, we'll take a look. He did play well for Bologna. The 3 seasons he played there, he scored a total of 23 goals in his first season, 18 in his second season, and then his third season scored 15, getting him an £80 million move to Real Madrid, where they just didn't use him. First season, 2 sub appearances, 2 goals. Next season, 4 sub appearances, 2 goals. And then his final season, he did start to play games, but he scored 3 goals and then got a £69 million move to Arsenal, where again, he didn't play. They didn't really play him, which was a real shame. But he then did start to play. 17 goals in his first full season there, followed by 26 in the 32-33 season, 22 the following season, and the most recent season 19 goals again. So as we can see, average rating wise for Arsenal looks phenomenal. He is developing really well, he has developed well. I would maybe be expecting to have played a bit more for Argentina, but there we have it. Santiago Castro looks like an absolute brilliant striker for you to sign in Football Manager. And one that I think will be on a lot of people's lists will be Dastan Satpayev, the Kazakhstan 16-year-old, currently playing for Kairat. Already has 4 caps, ages 16, absolutely brilliant. 1.7 to 5.2 million pound value at the start. He's actually joining Chelsea in 2026, so you might not be able to get him, but if you're Chelsea, you're going to have a great player in your hands, or if he doesn't develop there, you'll be able to snap him up. But if we take a look at him at 16 years old, good finishing at 14, technique at 13, off the ball work at 12, he's determined at 17, good physically for a 16-year-old. Again, he likes to play shots, tries to play his way out of trouble, and he is very strong with his right foot, reasonable with his left. Personality-wise, he is described as just a winger. He's got a spirited personality. I'm really interested to see how he looks in 10 years' time. And oh my god, did Dastan develop. He's still only 26 years old here. He's a regular starter for Real Madrid. He's got 90 caps for Kazakhstan with 51 goals, valued between 94 and 282 million pounds. Finishing at 17, first touch 16, technique of 16, determination great of 17, his composure 17, he's got good concentration 18, off the ball work 16, physically looks really good as well. Again, he just looks so good. If we look at his career, we'll actually see how he did when he moved over to Chelsea. So at Chelsea, he didn't really play obviously until his final season. He was 16 at the start. However, second last season he scored 19 goals. His final season he scored 18. Then he moved to Real Madrid for £243 million, scoring 16 goals in season 1, 21 in the next season, 21 for season 3 there, and his most recent season 22. So he is developing and he is scoring goals for Real Madrid. He is a beast. He's only 26 here. So if you're able to snap up from Chelsea around about this period, a year or 2 after he joins, when he's only getting a couple of games here and there, if you're able to snap him up, do it. You will not be disappointed. So that's 5 strikers to keep your eye on in FM26. I'm going to keep this series up and do different positions going on every couple of days. Let me know what you'd like to see next. Would you like to see electric wingers, or would you like to see solid centre backs? Let me know down in the comments below. Like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you next time.